Good morning. What is the cost of living? Or, more important, what is the cost of not living? Did you go to the school that your parents expected you to go to and study what they wanted you to study? Did you get the kind of job that your parents, family, people in your life expected you to get rather than getting the kind of job that you wanted to get? You know? You're probably living the life that people expected you to live, that your family and your parents and all your relatives and the people in your neighborhood that you grew up with, you're living the kind of life that they expect you to live, rather than when you should be living the life that you want to live, your dream life. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Goose Pond Hideout with Rob. I'm man enough to be emotional in front of my horse. And when we're done chit-chatting here today, I think I'm going to go pheasant hunting. You can't make this stuff up, right? So, what is the cost of living, or in this, most people's cases, the cost of not living? I think that's really important that we chat about that today. And, are you doing what you really want to do when you get up in the morning? I just got up a little bit ago, drinking my coffee, and I thought I'd step outside here and chat with you for a couple of minutes, while the sun's coming up, before the day gets going, before I head off and get emotional in front of my horse and head off pheasant hunting later after we're done talking. But are you doing what you want to do, And the thing is from the moment we're born, we're conditioned to behave a certain way. It's that societal, social structure. And I mean, it's parents' jobs to raise their kids. I'm not saying that's not the way life should be. From the time you're born and you learn to walk and eat and talk and count numbers and learn your colors and, all those things that you do parents influencing on our lives is certainly a very important thing. But at some point it seems to kind of cross the line. And, when you head off to public school, did you go to public school? I did, K through 12 kind of thing. And of course, it was a lot different way back in the 60s and the 70s. It wasn't woke like it is today, and it's not. It's more of a conditioning and programming today. So that's why I like homeschool and teaching your kids stuff at home about homesteading, feeding chickens, taking care of cats, having a puppy dog, whatever it is, learning about life. Go pheasant hunting. And learn how the world really works. So, but that's the thing is you get into school and you get, then your teachers start telling you the way that the world is. Sit in your chair, time to go out to recess. Okay, let's go to lunch, have an after school activity, and that kind of thing. And then you get old enough to that, you graduate from school and whatever that means in your life. And then you get a job, and you probably get the kind of job that everybody expects you to get. If what your parents did is probably related to what you're going to do. And, maybe you get just a service type of job because it's your first job out of school. And then you get another job, and then you get a relationship, and you get a nice little house in the suburbs, and you get your minivan. And pretty soon your life is, taking that turn to where you're not in control anymore. You're just a passenger in your own life. And that's why at the very beginning, I talked about, the cost of living, the cost of your life, being successful. And, it's the old saying of, people on their deathbed never say, I wished I'd have lived more by the rules and followed everybody's path, right? Life is short. If you aren't happy with your job, how your life is going, it's time to do something different. Go for it. Don't ever give up. So that's that, you've been trained to live a traditional lifestyle and you need to break out of that mold. So, again, be thinking about what makes you happy. What path would you take if you were free to pick? Because your family's gonna still love you. They may not be happy with what you do. And I was always kind of the little black sheep. I'm the oldest of my generation. Grandparents, parents with aunts and uncles, and that, and the cousins, if you will. I'm older than, my sister's younger than me. And then I've got a half brother that's younger than me, and all my cousins that they're, follow in line. I was born, well, right about now. I mentioned it in the last video, but it's probably my birthday today or yesterday kind of thing, but right about now is my birthday. And then I got a cousin that's 1 year younger than me. Her birthday's this month too. And then another cousin the next year, and another cousin the next year, and down the line. So I'm the oldest, and it was always like, don't be doing what Rob's doing. He's just kind of a troublemaker, and I was smart in school, so I could get away with goofing around and everything. So that's the excuse me. But yeah, so that's the thing. You always want to be thinking about what it is that you want to do. And what does success mean to you? Not what does success mean to your parents or aunts and uncles or, your teacher, and certainly not your boss at your job or anything like that. That's not what success is about. Success in life is you doing what it is that you want to do. I mean, that's one of the reasons that I'm, chatting with you today with sharing this video is I like making YouTube videos. It's just something fun, and it gets me a little break from doing the chores on the homestead, from, chopping wood or fixing something, taking care of the chickens. The cats and dogs are all walking around here, sitting at my little table with my stove and drinking my cup of coffee. It's just, I enjoy, making videos and chatting with you in the morning. So, that's why I do it. Us sharing our thoughts about life and living and what's important, and making a little bit of fun of the world, because, we can't, all we can do is change our direction. What's that quote about? I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to reach my destination. Is we can just, what is the cost of living in your life? And be in control of that cost, and don't just be a passenger in your life, and just, we end up Monday through Friday just going through the motions of getting up and putting the clothes on that we're supposed to wear. When, I got a t-shirt on and my flannel shirt and my lovely hat and I dress the way that I want to dress. I wear what I want to wear. I'm not wearing a suit and a tie because somebody says that's what you have to wear when you come to this kind of a job, safety equipment is one thing. If you're down with all the hurricanes and everything, if you're a line worker working up on the poles, obviously you want to wear safety equipment. That's not what we're talking about here. It's just wearing stuff or doing stuff, sit in this chair, do this job, push this button, run this machine, and make this part, whatever it is, and you just go through the motions all day, is be a little bit more aware, so that your cost of living isn't so high that when you get to the end and you're looking back on your life, you don't say, holy moly, why did I waste it doing all that goofy stuff. Don't live the life expected of you. Live the life that you want to live. And it's okay. A lot of people will say, well, I'm married, I've got kids, I've got a elderly parent that needs my help. that's normal. That's part of life. That doesn't mean that you have to give up on living your dreams because you have, responsibilities to other people in the world. That's fine. That's good. That's family's important. But it's also important that you have a successful life, whatever that means to you, that you get to live your dreams, right? I hope so. Because it's all about freedom. Life is short. Do your thing.